Hi artists, Mrs. Miles here. I just wanted to share with you some of my favorite watercolor techniques. Some of these you have done in class before, and for some of you this may be brand new. I already have a painting here that I have started, and I'm going to show you some of the really cool techniques in the background of it. However, if you don't have watercolor paper, maybe your parents could order some from Amazon or even Michael's, because watercolor paper, of course, works the best. If you don't have watercolor paper, try using construction paper. Your regular printer, copier paper, it's not gonna work. So I just wanna share with you that this painting I've started, I did a rainbow, and you'll see why for a project coming up. So one of my favorite things to do, I have just some regular, watercolor. In the background, what I've done is I've taken a white crayon, and I know a lot of you have done this with me before. It's so fun. If you draw some designs in the background, so you can see that I'm just pressing really, really hard. My third graders just recently did this. And I take my brush in my water, and I think I'm gonna make the background like a really nice blue kind of turquoise, if you can see this. All right, flip it this way and you can see it better. And then if I go to paint that color over top of the white crayon, what happens is the watercolor resists against the white, leaving these really nice designs in the background. And you can see, whoa, you can see some of the designs coming through here. And it certainly depends on how hard you're pressing with your crayon. Another one of my favorite ones, and my fifth graders are doing this right now in class. If you take water, and this is called wet on wet. If you take the water, spread that out a little bit, and then your paint, put that right over top. That is called wet on wet, because then the water just starts to bleed everywhere. The best part is then you take a little bit of salt, and just like regular table salt, if you probably have that at home, if you sprinkle that over top of your work, the salt actually sucks up and absorbs a lot of the color, the pigment that is in the paint, and leaves it, once it dries, it leaves it this like really awesome, almost like tie-dye effect. So that is something really cool you can try too. So let me hold this up so you can take a look so far. All right. Then another one that's probably new to a lot of you, and my third grade did this earlier in the year, where you take regular Crayola markers. So it has to be like just your, and I have like skinny ones here. And if you draw in the background, right, draw a shape. So I'm just making a heart right here for you because I miss you all so much. And I love my artists. Taking just a little bit of water, and then I'm gonna go around it, and notice what happens. It almost turns to looking like watercolor. So for those of you that don't even have watercolor at home, you can certainly use your markers to create your own watercolor effects too. So this is pretty awesome. So check this out. All right, you can see. If I want to make another really cool design, maybe I'm making a star in the background. And then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to take my water right over top of it. And then it looks just like watercolor. You could even use what's on your paintbrush already and just paint the background if you like. So I'm making the background even lighter because it is already on my paintbrush. All right, so here I'll show you a closer view. There you go. Okay, so you've learned today you can use white crayons. You can use salt. Make sure you use it when the paint is wet. And then you can also do the wet on wet. Put your water down first and put your paint over top of it. So happy experimenting with watercolors because it's the best, and it's easy cleanup too, especially when you're at home. Have a great day.